Hi, welcome to Curriculum Night. This is 8th grade history with Mrs. Kemp. This is my 11th year teaching for Quincy Public Schools. I taught 5 years at Baldwin School, 5th and 6th grade, and this is my 6th year teaching at Quincy Junior High, 8th grade history. I am married to Troy, and we have 2 daughters, Allison and Madeline, and we have a dog named Bear. Some of my hobbies include camping and biking. Here's our daily routine. We start each class period off with This Day in History, and this is from the History Channel. It's just a short 1-minute video that talks about a variety of things that happen in history. It can range from music to sports to anything from the 1700s, 1800s, 2000. It's just a great way to start off class each day. Then we will transition into a daily mini lesson. This is where I will teach about a concept that we are learning, also skills, and I will model for them during this time as well. And then we will transition into individual work time, where students will have time to work on their assignment. Now, depending on what we are doing, we may have some partner or group work. Just really depends on COVID this year. I'm not sure how that's going to look, but students will always have time in my class to work. Sometimes we will reinforce learning with a video segment or movie. We will try to have often whole class discussion and collaboration time. This year we will be teaching on concepts. Our concepts that we will be teaching from human rights, which this will involve the quality of life, rights, freedom, and human environment. Economics, which will include supply and demand, standard of living, market economy, exchange, income, and trade. And our last concept is conflict, which will be freedom, immigration, power, invasion, leadership, rights, independence, territory, and exchange. Now, this is something that will be inquiry-based learning. Well, students will take the topic. They will have an essential question that they will need to answer. So they will need, and one of the cool things about this is they're not going to be just stuck on one certain time period. They will have an option to research a time period or a topic that is interesting to them, as long as they are gathering evidence to help them answer the essential question. Once they have gathered all of their evidence for the essential question, they will take what they have learned and put it into a project. And they will have a choice board that they will be able to choose from how they will share their learning from that essential question. Some of the skills that they will be taught this year: annotate thinking, making connections, drawing inferences through inquiry, analyzing sources, primary and secondary, and comparing and contrasting. One of the things that we have been working on since the beginning of the school year is learning how to read like a historian. And this is some things that we've done with close reading and sourcing documents as well, learning how to gather evidence to support an essential question. This is something that they will be using once we start our inquiry-based learning. Some of the different teaching strategies I like to use, of course, analyzing primary and secondary sources, our inquiry-based learning, close reading and guiding questions, photo analysis, simulations, which that's one of my students' all-time favorite things to do. I'll try to incorporate that as much as I can. Projects, peer collaboration, Nearpod, and Kahoot. These are some of the resources that we will be using this year. The Discovery Education Textbook, which that's the same textbook that the students used last year. They can follow that through Clever, History Alive, Stanford's Reading Like a Historian, Nearpod, Common Lit, and Newsella. Now, students can always find all of their assignments on Microsoft Teams. This is a format that all teachers at Quincy Junior High are using. So students are very familiar with how to get into Microsoft Teams. I will post every assignment on there that will have directions and instructions of what they need to do. And then they will also turn their assignments in on there as well. If they happen to miss a day of school, they can always go in there to find their assignment. And if they have any questions, they can also send me a chat through Microsoft Teams, and I can respond to them and try to help them the best that I can when they are not there. If you have any questions or concerns, you can send me an email. And I want to thank you for everything that you do for your student to help them be successful. Thank you.